What's up? What's up, man? Welcome to the struggle zone, man. Welcome to the struggle zone. So let me do it. That's how I do this shit, man. What's up, everybody, man? Come on in, come on in. I'm trying to see how to get this goddamn thing to working. Well, anyway, man, I wanted to kind of go over this thing that's going on right now in the community, man, all over the nation, man. Our people, man, starting to wake up, man, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's long overdue for us to understand the situation that we're in, and we might well say that we're in a war right now. You know, it is what it is, man. Fuck it. You know, if that's how it's gonna be, that's how it's gonna be. But my problem is that we have a lot of people, man, is out here really talking out the side of their necks. You understand what I'm saying? And they've been doing it for a while, and it's been going untalked about for the longest. Um, and it's kind of ridiculous right now for this shit that's happening to the brother George Floyd out there in Minnesota. You got a lot of people talking about it. Now the police not see. I didn't even watch the video. I saw what was going on as far as the beginning. That's all. I just looked at it. I don't even think I didn't even click on the video to see what was going on because I didn't want to see it. You know, and it's no time, man, to get emotional, man. Ain't no time to get emotional. We in a situation that we're gonna have to deal with. We're gonna have to figure out how to stop us being slaughtered by these people, right? That's what we just gonna have to figure it out. What can we do to make us stop being victims? You know what I mean? We're gonna have to figure out what it is that we can do to make us stop being victims. Um, it's no reason for us to get emotional. There's no sense of crying about it. We acknowledge that we just got some work to do. You know, and what I want to talk about, I want to discuss. I want y'all to pay attention to something. I saw a broadcast. I think it was yesterday, last night, as a matter of fact, from Saneter. He has Jabari, Garfield, Reggie, Lil Albert, and another chick on there. And these niggas, black people's out here dying, getting killed. And these niggas get on there, right? And they start talking about that all white people ain't bad, right? This is what they say. And the reason why they had an ideology because nearly everybody they had on there had an immigrant background. They was immigrants. Saneter's an immigrant. Garfield's an immigrant. Jabbar's an immigrant. This is why it's easy for them to say the things that they say and to be so disrespectful, right? What I'm telling people, man, I think it was yesterday. I contacted my brothers and sisters, right? And I told them, I said, man, look, I sent them a text message. I say, look, the streets is getting rowdy out here, so y'all be safe. And I told them that because it's already on my mind if something happens to one of my brothers or sisters or one of my nieces and nephews. You dig what I'm saying? I already know what's gonna happen. I know what the outcome is going to be. You know, and I don't have any emotion about it. You know, I'm gonna mourn a little bit. I'm gonna cry a little bit probably for a few minutes, probably maybe a couple hours. You know, and then once I dry them tears away, once I come out to the public and I speak about it, I won't be crying. I won't be shedding any tears. You dig what I'm saying? I cry in private. You dig? Because we get out, we got some Negroes who haven't figured it out yet, and understand that when we get out in the public, we need to cry in silence. You understand? But once we come out to the public, we need to have it on our mind that we are in a war. We are in a position that we're going to have to maintain, and we can't let these crackers see us crying and shit. We can't let them see us begging for our life and shit like that. We can't. You know what I'm saying? And I want to speak on this. I've been hearing a lot of cats, man. Some of these black celebrity niggas, man, rappers and shit. These niggas is disgusting. They're absolute fucking disgusting. They was talking about why is the young people out there looting and stealing and all this other shit, right? Talking about that ain't gonna bring them back. I'll say it don't make a difference, man. You niggas, some of y'all have wealth and some of y'all are successful in y'all entertainment careers. Y'all are entertainers. Entertain. When it comes to serious shit, just be quiet. You dig what I'm saying? Because these young people, they doing the best thing they know, what they know. If you haven't taught them any better, you can't tell them no better. You dig what I'm saying? Some of y'all got millions of fucking dollars. Y'all not going into these communities training these young brothers and sisters and showing them how to work in these types of environments and these conditions when things like this happen. Y'all are not doing that. So you can't blame these young people, man, from looting, whatever they doing. You dig what I'm saying? You can't blame them. If we're not teaching them any better, how you gonna expect for them to do better? You dig what I'm saying? Shit is crazy. We need to get out of our feelings and understand that we in a drastic situation. And whether we like it or not, we're gonna have to deal with it. Whether we want to or not, we're gonna have to deal with it. It's just that simple. People say, why I name my title Struggle Zone? Because as you can see, my people is in a struggle right now. You know what I'm saying? They're in a struggle for their livelihood, to be human beings, to be treated with respect. That's what they're dealing with, so that's a struggle. You have to be in a certain, your mind has to be in a zone or a certain mind frame in order to handle that and to deal with that. We all we got. We all we got. We don't have no allies. We don't have any friends. We need to also start studying the art of guerrilla warfare. So there will be less casualties. You dig what I'm saying? When you see the police surrounding you, y'all spread out. Start ambushing motherfuckers if you have to. You have to defend yourself and protect yourself. We all do. That shit is crazy right now. And dealing with the things that we're dealing with as a people, you're starting to see who's your friends and who are not your friends. And I'm on these conscious community niggas next. You dig what I'm saying? Because some people listen to these Negroes. But you got to understand the reason why they can sit up here and defend these Europeans against us, because they are not one of us. It's because they are not one of us. That's why. Saneter, this nigga's from the Dominican. Garfield, Jamaica. Jabari, Barbados. Reggie said his great grandmother's from Ghana. You know what I'm saying? So all these cats got these immigrant backgrounds. But these are the loudest ones talking about this Africa shit. These are the loudest ones. Anytime things need to get done, these Negroes run. You feel me? So we have to understand who is our friends and who is our enemies. This is why I tell people, pay attention to people's contradictions. If you pay attention to their contradictions, you're going to see and understand who they are. A Negro will tell you anything, especially if he's conning you. So you got to watch him over periods of time. And you'll start seeing who's with you or who's against you. You'll start seeing who's not really about that fucking life. Because their actions is going to begin to contradict what they're telling you. Now we're in a situation where these police is killing us again. Our ancestors that came before us, they didn't deal with this situation. So now we got to deal with it. You dig what I'm saying? If we don't deal with it, the generation coming after us, they're going to have to deal with it. And it's going to be a cycle going on forever and ever and ever. Until somebody stand the fuck up and say, you know what? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. But shout out to the brothers and sisters out there in Minnesota, man. Shout out to them. And shout out to the brothers and sisters out there in LA, because they doing their thing also. We have to create a system to where we can deal with people who get out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to create a system. When we find people out of pocket, it's like a virus. You dig what I'm saying? In order, say for instance you have cancer, sometimes if you got cancer, in order to save your life, you might have to cut off a foot or a leg. I remember my uncle, right? My uncle CJ, he passed, he had cancer. And early on during his cancer, when he started to get cancer, started to get bad on it, the doctors came to him and they said, look man, we can save your life, but you got to cut off this leg. Your leg's called gangrene. We're going to have to cut it off. You have two choices. You can keep the leg and you can lose your life, or we can cut it off. So he got his leg cut off. And he ended up being in a wheelchair and all this other type of stuff, right? And black people right now is in that same scenario. Right now, we fighting for our life, right? And we have certain people amongst us within our group. The group is like the body, right? That's undermining everything that we're trying to do, right? That's undermining everything that we're trying to do. So in order for us to survive, in order for us to live, we got to spot out that virus or whoever it is, we have to cut them off from our group in order for us to live, in order for us to survive. So we're going to have to do the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to have to do. Just like if you had cancer. You know what I mean? Oh, no. This is what we would have to do. You know, so this is what 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? So this is what we would have to do, man. Is figure out how we can exclude these people from amongst us. And some of them y'all may have some love for, but it's not about who you love or who you have feelings for, or who you're cool with, or none of that. What it's about is our people being what it's about is our people understanding that in order for us to deal with these drastic situations, it's going to take drastic measures. We cannot be like these conscious community niggas and have sympathy for every fucking body. You know what I'm saying? We can't do it. We cannot be like these conscious community cats, right? And have sympathy for everybody. The only people we need to have sympathy for is ourselves. It's just that simple. Nobody gives a damn about how we feel about anything. Nobody cares about our family. Nobody cares about our children. Nobody cares about our livelihood. So what I'm telling you is that we have to have the same attitude with people. Treat them exactly how we're being treated. No exceptions. Stay away from Negroes who sit here and talk about well, all white people ain't bad. It don't make no difference. That's not the argument. If all of them were good, we would have people have officers out here killing people. You dig what I'm saying? Over 70% of these Europeans that y'all say all are good, they don't support reparations for black people out of everything that happened to our group. You dig what I'm saying? They don't support it. Which I don't give a damn if they support it or not. It's irrelevant. We don't need any fucking white saviors. We are all we got. And it's just that simple. And we listen to a lot of these bootlicking ass Negroes, a lot of these Masonic, Greek fraternity Negroes, who not gonna bust a fucking grape. If something really happened, they not gonna swing. The one that has been over the years have been the loudest. They have been the loudest Negroes talking about black people need to unite, need to come together. Now, when we come together to fight back physically, they don't want no part of that. You dig what I'm saying? When we come back and demand reparations, they don't want no part of that. Anything that's predicated on moving us forward, they don't want to deal with it. You dig what I'm saying? But they will come talk to you like as if they had some superior knowledge. You probably say, why am I bringing these cats up? Because I think it's disrespectful, man. We got niggas out here dying, losing their fucking life. You got a sister get killed in her house, in her bed. You dig what I'm saying? And these niggas still talking about we shouldn't, what violence ain't gonna ever solve nothing. Then why are y'all always talking about the Haitian Revolution? If it ain't gonna solve nothing. See, people say, well, they killing us because they fear us. No, they don't. They don't fear you. If they feared you, they wouldn't be doing what they was doing if they feared you. Because they knew there would be repercussions for their actions. If you ain't fighting back, don't nobody respect a coward. Nobody respects a coward. They only respect people who fight back. Period. They only respect people who fight back. Nobody on the planet respects a coward. Even people who are internally weak themselves, they will try to get their shine on you if they see that you're weak. Because then they can start nitpick and jab at you now. You dig what I'm saying? They can jab at you now. So nobody respects a coward. The only way we change our conditions is if we fight back. Period. Period. That's the only way. That's why, man. I don't believe in religion, but let me say this: if something happened to one of my brothers and sisters, one of my nieces and nephews, maybe even a cousin, I'm not going to accept that shit well. I'm not going to accept it. I'm not going to accept that well. And whatever I do, because of that, whatever I do, I'm not saying what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to accept that shit. I'm not going to accept it. And the reason I'm not going to accept it because I have a problem with people who have a position of power and they abuse that power over people just simply because they feel like they can. I have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? If you're an officer and you're abusing your power, your authority, simply because you can, that's a problem for me. And you got a lot of so-called white supremacists out there doing the thing that they're doing because they know that they can get away with it. There's no repercussions for it. We have a right to defend ourselves and protect ourselves, man. We have a right. We don't have a constitutional right. We do have a constitutional right to do that. But we have a natural right. We have a human right to protect and defend ourselves against people who's hurting us. Nobody respects a coward. Nobody. Nobody respects a coward. So don't allow these niggas to sit here and tell you that you wrong for doing what you're doing. To my young brothers and sisters out there, man, man, shout out to y'all, man, for standing up. You know what I mean? And I've seen people was just dumb shit, talking as if we need all these different people to join in with us and help us. No, the fuck we don't. Because we can't trust them. We can't trust them. Just because somebody, you might have a European who's nice, who comes off as being nice, that's all a part of the game. That's part of the deception. They're going to always present themselves as nice. The missionaries did too when they came to these lands. They didn't come with guns ablazing. They came as your friend. And then they turned on you. So to keep that from happening, we got to exclude everybody, period. Everybody who's not us. Even if they come from another landmass, but they look like us. So-called black immigrants. We got to push them aside too. We have to push them aside too. Because they ain't no different. They're no different. You dig what I'm saying? So we got to deal with that. We have to understand the conditions that we're in. We cannot continue to be afraid. Period. This is how it goes. This is how it goes. Hold on for a minute. This is how it goes. It's sad what happened to that brother, man. But although we got the young soldiers out there, man, they doing their thing. Some of us, man, we got to continue, man, to prepare. We need to be preparing. And I don't want to hear shit from these niggas who talk about how these young brothers and sisters are doing it as far as burned out. First of all, they don't own the stores in those neighborhoods. They don't own Target. They don't own the gas stations. They don't own that shit. That's something Europeans own. These Caucasians own that. Or these East Indians people, they own that shit. Or these Asians, that's who own that. Our people don't own that. They don't own it. So they don't have any ties to that stuff. They don't have any ties to it, so they don't own the shit. So what? Tell that bitch up. I'm not mad at you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to tell these young brothers and sisters not doing what they doing. How can you expect them to do things differently if you haven't taught them? Everybody want to point fingers at these young people for doing. If they selling dope, people want to blame them. If they robbing, they want to blame them. But ain't nobody showing them no alternative way. Y'all are telling them to be submissive and just don't do nothing. Just go vote. But y'all voted for Obama, and this same stuff that's happening now was happening during when Obama was in office. So what makes the Republicans and the Democrats any different? They are one of the same. When the Democrats had the office, was in office, black people was getting killed. Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, Eric Gardner, Cedric Bland, Corey Gaines, Philando Castile. All these people was killed up on Obama's watch. So we're not going to let bootlickers like D.L. Hughley and other people try to convince our people that this is a Republican thing. No, they are one and the same. That's why we need to take care of our own shit. Because these people are one and the same. Period. If you ain't got your money in order, it's easier for these people to do the things that they're doing. Yes, we spend $1.3 trillion or more a year, but we're not owning nothing. We're not producing. So now we're vulnerable. And we listen to the wrong people. If people tell you that, how come black people ain't fighting back? And then once we start fighting back, now they telling you, oh, why y'all fighting back? That violence ain't gonna solve nothing. Because the niggas is scared. They giving y'all this rhetoric and this bullshit so they can get money out of you. And then you see for yourself when shit hit the fan, now these niggas' stories change. Now these niggas start talking about, oh, all white people ain't that bad. Oh, violence ain't gonna save nothing. Oh, why you tearing up your own neighborhoods? You see what I'm saying? Now the language changes. It changes. Because these dudes wasn't really with that shit from the jump. They wasn't with it from the jump. And now you can tell. That's why I say, stop listening to these niggas. Stop listening to them. Some of them. And this rhetoric is coming from non-foundational black Americans, bro. People who have these immigrant backgrounds. That's where it's coming from. It's not coming from our people. We got some dingoes out there that's talking crazy. But for the most part, these people who have immigrant backgrounds, they are sleeper cells. They constantly revealing themselves to you. And I'm going to prove it. When the reparations argument started coming out, and you had Foundation of Black America, you had the ADOS thing had came out, and we were saying, look, we only gonna deal with our own people here. All these niggas started jumping out the window. Had a lot of negative shit to say about it. They was against the reparations argument. They had a problem with that. Now, black people is out here being killed again by these race soldiers, by these Europeans. Now that we've been killed by these people, these same individuals is against that too, against us fighting back. Why do everybody want us to be so docile? Why they don't want us standing up? I'm gonna tell you, people say, well, it's because we black and they don't. No, that's part of it. The reason is because they know that, because they know who you are. They're not scared of you. Because if they were scared of you, they wouldn't be killing you. But they know who you are. They know. I wish I had this thing pulled up right now. I should have had this shit queued up. But it's a quote from Thomas Jefferson. This is around the late 1700s. Around when Prince Hall, the guy who started Prince Hall Masonry, Freemasons, around his time. But Thomas Jefferson said, he was talking about the Indians. He was talking about the indigenous people, which is us. This is what he said about them. He said, because of what we've done to them, they can never love us. They will never love us. So we have to instill fear in them so they won't attack us. That's a direct quote. I wish I had it pulled up, but I wasn't even thinking about it. But it's a direct quote from Thomas Jefferson. And right now, to this day, this is the same tactic they've been doing since the late 1700s. Doing a lot of killing drastically in front of everybody. It wasn't about just breaking the slaves or ex-slaves. What it was about is to instill fear into everybody else. That's what it was about. And this is what they're doing right now to this day. The same tactics, they haven't changed it. You know, so once we start being afraid, and they start being afraid like our children is afraid, then we're going to start seeing some changes. Man. And that's real talk. I hope nothing ever happens to my family. You dig? Because I don't forgive. I don't forgive shit. If I'm hurt, I don't forgive. Ever. I mean, ever. You hurt one of mine, I'm going to hate you for all eternity. You dig? That's how it's going down. And I'm going to let my family know. Don't get on camera talking about we forgiving nobody, because we don't forgive. We don't forgive nobody. Period. What I'm going to forgive you for, so you can turn around and do the same shit? How you forgiving people who's not being punished for their actions? How you forgiving if they're not being punished? You don't forgive nobody for nothing. We have to eventually get that sympathy out of our hearts. Some people say we got to stop being afraid and we got to remove fear. We do. We do need to stop being afraid and removing fear. But one thing we have to do, I think, more than anything, is remove sympathy. We got to remove sympathy for everybody else, because no one has sympathy for us. We in this thing by ourselves. And me, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with us being in this by ourselves. Period, point blank. I'm okay with it. Because once you're alone and you ain't got nobody else to turn to, your mind frame changes. That means, okay, it's your back against the wall. You got to get it done. You got to get it done, no matter what. That's what this is about. We got to understand that we are all we got. We don't have any friends, and we need to be okay with that. I'm okay with us not having any help. I'm okay with that, because that means that we're not gonna sit back and wait and depend on nobody. That means that we're gonna put our foot in the dirt and roll our sleeves up and get this shit done. And we don't need no allies. Once we figure out, and I'm working on some things right now that I hope I have it. I hope I'm finished with it before the FBA conference. Because if I'm finished with it by then and it's professional, I'm gonna bring it there and I'm gonna present it. Hopefully, I'm really trying to have that shit done before then. But anyway, we have to, once we figure out how we deal and how we punish those amongst us, put them in exile or get them away from the group once we spot that they're doing some fuck shit or they're not on the same page we're on. We got to find a way to punish people. We got to find a way to deal with people when we dealing with serious issues. They want to take their asses out there and start dancing. We need to find a way to deal with people like that, because you're dangerous. You're dangerous. You're casting out people in a negative light. You helping the enemy. Once we start dealing with a lot of these bootlickers, these coon ass niggas, once we start figuring out a way how to deal with these cats, we're gonna have some change coming about then too. But we got to get serious. We got to remove all this sympathy. I don't have any sympathy for nobody. Period. My heart is ice cold, man, when it comes to other people. Because I see how they do us and I see how they treat us. And we got to, and one of the things, man, we got to get out of our system. One thing we have to get out of our system is our love for these black celebrities, man. Some of these people are dumb as a box of fucking rocks. They're dumb. They are entertainers. They are not revolutionaries. They are not leaders. They're artists. These European societies, right? They know these people are dumb as a box of rocks. Why do you think they go get comedians like D.L. Hughley to push their agenda? Why do you think they go get entertainers like Diddy? Why do you think they go get rappers like Killer Mike to come speak to us? Because they think that's who we honor and respect. That's what they think of us. And I don't give a damn how they think of us. But what I'm saying is that we got to remove our love for these people, bro. We got to start treating them like the average Joe, like they don't have no talent in the world. Because these people because they have platform and they have a lot of people following them on social media, and they have a lot of influence, because we respect a lot of these people. These are the people they get presented to us, and we thinking these people be saying some deep shit. But when we look at it, a lot of these dudes are cowards. You have a handful of them that's some stand-up dudes, but a lot of them are not. You have some that's solid. They may be solid, but those are the ones who don't really say much. But when you have niggas like Charlemagne and Killer Mike talking about these people that we need to be should be our leaders. No, we don't need no fucking leader. The code is the leader, because you folks don't. That's why I respect what Tariq Nasheed is doing. When he talk about the code, he's absolutely right when we're talking about the code is your leader. Let the code be your leader. That way you're not looking to an individual. That means that you're not worshiping no individual. That means if this individual get off code, that individual gonna get checked. Meaning that he's not subject, means that he don't get a pass. He or she don't get a pass. They don't get a pass. It don't make no difference how much money you got. It don't make no difference how many albums you done made, how many comedy shows you done, how many movies you done been in. None of that shit means nothing. None of it. None of it. Yeah, you've done well for yourself, but we can't allow you We can't put you in such a high pedestal that you can't be checked when you out of pocket. Nobody is exempt, including me. If I'm off code, I'm off code. Period. I got to be checked too. Everybody. Nobody gets a pass. Nobody gets a pass. That's why when I finish this project I'm working on, I'm gonna present. I'm gonna put it out to the people. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what the code is and how it got to be. We got to quit playing these games. Nobody gets a pass. You don't get a pass if you are a dude. You don't get a pass if you're a female. If the men do some shit that's wrong, that's out of pocket and off code, his ass got to be checked. But if the women do something that's off code, then she got to be checked too. You don't get a pass because you got a vagina. You don't get a pass because you got a vagina. Period. You don't get no pass because you got a penis, nigga. Everybody got to be checked. Everybody got to be on code. Period. Because it's not about an individual. It's about all of us. Something I do or say may get somebody else harmed. You dig what I'm saying? So I have to be careful about the things that I allow and the things that I don't allow. The things they want you say can be detrimental to the group. Yes, we got to take it to these Europeans, these so-called white supremacists. They gonna have to get this work. But while we doing that, we have to be 100 times harder on our own people. That's real talk. It ain't time for no games, man. It's serious business. This is the things that we have to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do my part. Period. I don't give a damn who don't like it. I don't give a damn who don't like it. That's why, let me say this. This is why, let me give you an example. This is why I had a discussion on Instagram with the brother Ben X. I think he blocked me on Instagram. I think the little bastard blocked me on Instagram because I think I just be negative and just attacking him, but I don't. It's because I'm trying to do my part to help get our people on code. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't really thrown my hat in the ring fully. My hat is in the ring, but I'm working on a few things so I can go full-fledged and 100%. But we had a discussion, and he was talking about, well, I didn't have a discussion. I just intervened on his discussion on the post that he did. And the dude was talking about how black people hate themselves, right? So my response to the dude was, I said, look, man, y'all keep saying that. Black people, we don't hate ourselves. I told him, maybe you hate black people and you just trying to hide it. Maybe he thought that was kind of harsh, but I'm just saying. That's the way I'm looking at it, because what happened to the brother George Floyd? Black people is out in the street raising hell behind that shit. That's not hatred. That's not self-hatred. That's not black people hating themselves. That's black people loving themselves. Saying, look, we're not going to allow y'all to keep hurting us like this and doing this stuff to us. Then that shock wave, that made it all the way to L.A. Brothers and sisters in L.A. like, all right now, we ain't accepting this shit. Y'all, we're not going to allow y'all to keep doing this. That's love, man. We don't hate ourselves. You can't say that certain brothers and sisters that do certain things is self-hatred. No, our people is in poverty. And it's negative. It's a negative stereotype when let me say this. We say how mainstream media, how the negative images that mainstream media casts on us in the media, right? That's one thing. See, that's what your enemy is supposed to do to you. Your enemy is not supposed to be nice to you. Your enemy is not supposed to not kill you. Your enemy is not supposed to not harm you. They're supposed to do those things to you. That's why they are your enemy and not your friends. You dig what I'm saying? So when we have brothers who come in amongst the people, right, and they're using the same talking points that the Europeans use, a red flag goes up for me. And then after I point it out to you a couple times before and you still doing it, and I see you doing it again, I'm going to say something. See, I don't go along to get along. See, nobody else is doing that in the community. Nobody is holding people foot to the fire. If I see a sister in the chat and we talking about some serious issues and she want to make it an opportunity, she want to take an opportunity to shit on black men and try to say how, I think Tariq, I think it was on his page on Instagram, and one, I can't remember what it was about, but I think it was about, no, it was about one black girl found out her boyfriend was racist or some shit, and you had this chick in the chat, and she would say, well, black men would still date her anyway, or some shit like that, right? No, she said, well, black men date white women more than black women date white men. So I checked her. I was respectful though. I said, wait a minute. I said, do you not know that the majority of black men marry and date black women, and the majority of black women marry and date black men? You dig what I'm saying? See, we got to start nipping this shit in the bud. We cannot allow people to come in with this, try to cause some type of gender war or gender divide between our people. But I don't just come at Ben X or the brothers. If you wrong, you wrong. I'm not going to kiss your ass or none of that shit. I don't go along to get along, brother. If you in the wrong, I don't care how many followers you got. I don't care how many followers you got, what type of businesses you may have. It's a good thing that you handling the business, you're not gangbang, you're not selling dope and all that shit. That's cool. That's good. But that's not enough. It's not enough. You can't, just because you may be doing some good over here, you can't come over here and start demonizing our people at the same time. Under the guise of you standing up for black people. No. Tell our people that they hate themselves, brother. You are putting a negative stereotype on our people that's not true. I don't care if you're part of the nation. Islam, Hebrews, whatever that shit. I don't care, because I'm not religious. I don't believe in religion. I don't. Period. So I think the brother took it, and he does that a lot. He plays victim a lot. But I don't care. We in a situation. And one of the codes that we need to have is never speak negative about your own people in public. Ever. Ever. I don't do it. We have enough of that coming from our enemies. Being on code is not just talking and saying the words. Being in code means you never take the side of another people against your own. Being on codes means that you don't add on to the negative stereotypes of our people. That's being on code, no matter what. I don't care how much money you make, how successful you become. You never see any other group do that. You got white folks and they fucking They practice bestiality, pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? Meth heads. They going up and shooting up whole restaurant. Concerts with their own people in it. They going into schools, killing their own people. But when they put their best foot forward, they're gonna always put their best people forward and present themselves in a better light. Even when you know they dead wrong. Even when you know they dead wrong. This man, they just killed a dude. And they defended him till they can't defend him no more. They just killed somebody. A few people. But you never hear about white on white crimes. You never hear them talking about how much they people hate their people. You never hear anybody say that. This is why I don't, man, that nigga Jay Morrison saying that shit. I've heard him say it. I had to let him know too. I was pulling no punches with these cats, man, because this is serious business. This is serious. Quit fucking playing. It's a serious shit. How does it help our people telling them that they hate themselves? Me, I'm gonna tell you, look, I don't just talk. Some of the things that I'm doing right now, you know, I'm not really talking about it yet because I want to finish the projects first. But I look at things like this. I try not to say that black people need to do this and black people need to do that. I don't do it. Because what that does is when people do that, what they're doing, they're taking responsibility away from themselves. How come black people ain't doing this? How come? No, I say, look, okay, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? To help benefit my people. What role can I play and benefit my people? If our people need something, how can I make it happen? You dig what I'm saying? So these are the things that I'm working on right now. And I'm not talking about it. Nobody knows what I'm working on. You feel me? And I'm not telling anybody nothing until we get the final product ready. And then people can see. And we're working on some heavy shit right now. But and I do that because I've noticed a lot of people who come amongst us and they always talk as if they for our people. If you listen to them, from every angle, just listen to the different people that's talking. You can hear some of the same rhetoric being regurgitated over and over and over and over and over. It's almost like they're reading from a script. It's almost like they're reading from the same script. They come out and they can raise their voices and talk with such fervor and passion and start talking about how black people hate themselves, how black people don't grow their own food, they don't make their own shoes, they don't produce nothing, they don't have anything. Okay, but then if you ask the same individual, what are you doing about that? They couldn't tell you. They couldn't tell you. See, they all have the same talking points. And I personally don't think it's by coincidence. I think that some of these dudes was planted amongst us to keep us, to sell us some hope while while at the same time not providing anything, or not doing anything, not producing nothing. So I don't like to talk about what black people need to do, what black people don't need to do. What I want to do is figure out what we need and how can I, myself, put those things that we need into action. That's what I'm focusing on right now. That's what I'm focusing on. All that other shit, a lot of people want to escape the responsibility. This is why code is so important. And we understand this. We have brothers and sisters getting killed out here. They out here, they losing their lives, man. And it's ridiculous. And we got niggas out here talking about, what about black on black crimes? We got niggas out here dancing, singing, rapping. We got people doing all these different things, right? And what I'm saying is that we have to change our conduct and how we deal with these traitors. We cannot be sympathetic to people. We cannot be sympathetic. If out of everything what we doing here, if we have our people attacking another group of people, and you jump in the way trying to save that individual, knowing everything that we're going through, you need to be checked. As a matter of fact, you need your shit bust. And you need to be removed from our community. You need to be put in exile for the rest of your fucking life. That means you don't ever need to be around us. Period. That's what needs to start happening. We have to deal with these people. We got to stop allowing these niggas to come out here and speak. And they still talking about some black and brown coalition. Rizza Islam does this shit. He does that a lot. He's talking about this black and brown shit. And I know people like the guy, and some people respect him. But this ain't about who you like. It's not about your personality. It's not about who your friends are. It's not about what organization you belong to. If you are saying that you are one of us, and you are out here still on this black and brown shit, it's a problem. Maybe you are a plant. Maybe you are a plant. Maybe you are a sleeper cell. See, some people not gonna speak on it. But I am, because I don't have no feelings about none of that shit like that. What I care about is the growth and development of our people, man. That's what I care about. Started with my family. That's just what it is. And that's just what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to understand that we're all we got. That's just what it is. We're all we got. We don't have any friends. And if these guys out of pocket, man, we got to call them out on their bullshit. It's just that simple. We got to call them out on their bullshit. We got to be in their chats. It don't make no difference which one these do. If they are off code, you got to be in their chats. Saneter and them should never got away with that bullshit that he doing over there. That nigga should never got away with that bullshit. Niggas is out here dying, and you talking about, well, all white people ain't that bad. All white people ain't evil. We don't have time for this shit. And we understand because Saneter's an immigrant. We know Jabbar's an immigrant, Garfield's an immigrant with his punk ass. This is what it is, man. And I just think we just got to figure this thing out. And we just got to do something different. And, man, I'm not going to be out here long, man, but we do have some stuff coming up, man. I think probably either today or tomorrow, next few days, if I can get to it, I'm going to be doing a topic on talking about guerrilla warfare. I have some stuff that I think y'all need to look at. Y'all need to pass around to get around to other people, man. So that's what it is, man. Stay up, man. Shout out to the brother's family, George Floyd. Shout out to Breonna Taylor. You know what I mean? Shout out to them, man. And shout out to the brother George again, man. And now the Arab, now before I go, the Arab in that store, they call the police. That store need to go too. Get them the fuck up out of there. That store need to go. Fuck that. It don't make no difference because he got some African black people around him. That don't mean shit. They immigrants. Shut that shit down. That shit need to be shut down too. Period. I don't give a fuck if he say he been in there in the community 30 years. 30 years. And you could just gave the dude his money back. But you call the police on him because you don't identify with him. It was easy for you. Knowing the police just ran up in the sister's house and killed her in her sleep. And the first thing you bitches do is call the police. So that store need to go. Y'all been in our community 30 fucking years. They've been in the community 30 years. 30 years they've been in the community. Making money for 30 years. And you couldn't even talk. You didn't have a decency to even talk to the dude. You called the police on him and got him killed. We have to figure this shit out. But the time for having sympathy is done. We have no sympathy. No remorse for none of these people. Because nobody has it for us. Even the fake people out there talking about they allies, we don't need no allies. Because we can't trust none of you bitches. So we don't need no allies. We don't need no friends. Fuck it. If we got to go at it by ourselves, we've been fighting by ourselves. We ain't been having nobody helping us. Fuck it. Shit. It is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? It is what the fuck it is, man. So, welcome to the struggle zone, man. And it is what it is, man. Welcome to the struggle zone, man. Peace out.